What's good, y'all, man? We got Paramount CinemaCon rated R TMNT movie, Sonic 3 footage, Transformer 1 trailer. Oh yeah, they did show that little, I don't know, is Transformer 1 is a cartoon? Or is animation, or is a movie? Like, I saw the logo on Twitter, but I don't know if it's a cartoon or a logo though. Let me know in the comment below, man. What's going on with that? But yeah though, man. Like it up, sub, and yeah. Let's see what they got.
Hello there, my beautiful movie peeps. Day 3 of CinemaCon has gone underway. Paramount just had their panel, and this is by far the best announcements we have gotten.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I saw, and then I saw they showed footage on Sonic 3. But we ain't gonna see it to the trailers, marketing come out, or we just gonna wait till the movie come out type shit. You know what I mean? Like
all week, even though we didn't.
And then they showed Shadow too, though. I saw it on Twitter. They showed Shadow. We ain't get a picture, but they like description of it though.
Can get a lot of things revealed. The descriptions and announcements that happen at this panel have me jumping up and down.
Yeah. People say Paramount won. I think so too. Oh well, nah, Disney got some shit too though. I don't know, like some people be not Disney Marvels, but they kind of do with Disney. I don't know.
Gonna explode in this corner. Oh! There is going to be so much amazing goodness to dive into here, so I'm going to need to know from you, what was your favorite announcement of this panel? Were you a little disappointed? I know some of us were hoping for the voice actor of Shadow to be revealed, and well, that didn't happen. But the description of the Sonic 3 footage is still pretty exciting, but that wasn't even the most exciting thing of the entire night. Oh man, I just want to get into it. Timestamps will be in the description. Make sure you also check out the other videos where I break down the studio panels at CinemaCon. And later today is Disney's, and I don't know how they're going to top this one, but I'd like to see them try. But alright, starting things off, they opened up the panel with just confirming a bunch of little projects in the works, some bigger than others. Things like a new Star Trek movie that they plan to release in the year 2025. They also addressed their upcoming Naked Gun reboot that I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Of course, starring Liam Neeson, directed by Akiva Schaffer, which is the most exciting part of this Naked Gun reboot. Matt Stone and Tyler Parker, the creators of South Park, are going to be teaming up with Kendrick Lamar for a new movie coming out July 4th, 2025. It's being described as a live-action
Damn, okay, Kendrick, you got a movie coming out. Okay,
comedy.
Kendrick.
I like a lot of what the South Park creators do, so I'm kind of interested to see how this goes.
Yeah, that was it. I ain't no Kendrick on that.
Edgar Wright is going to be directing a remake of The Running Man starring Glenn Powell. If you don't know, this is a movie that first starred Arnold Schwarzenegger back in 1987, and it follows a dystopian America where a falsely convicted policeman gets a shot at freedom when he must forcefully participate in a TV game show where convicts runners must battle for their freedom. I have very little memory of this movie, but it is one of those premises that I feel could definitely be better served in today's modern age with what we can do now in filmmaking, and Edgar Wright is one of those directors I love to see their work. Glenn Powell's also up and coming. Sign me up for this Running Man remake. They also go on to confirm that the next live-action Transformers movie is going to...
Oh, live. Okay, so live action. Okay, but yeah, I was confused. Like people saying anime content. Okay, live action. Okay.
Be the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover film. This was teased at the ending of
Oh, okay. Well, I heard about G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Transformers Rise of the Beast. I'm still very curious how they're going to pull this off and whether G.I. Joe is actually going to be something that enhances the Transformer universe, or it's just because they can't figure out how to make solo G.I. Joe movies. Damien Chazelle, who's a director.
Yeah, they ain't made G.I. Joe before. I think they just don't. I think they don't know what they're doing with G.I. Joe. That's all I gotta say, man. Because they wasn't being make this.
I really enjoy. He made Whiplash, La La Land. His next movie was announced to be coming out in 2025. Not much is known about it other than it'll be set in a prison. And already there, you got me hooked in. Damien Chazelle is one of those directors that once he's doing something, I'm already gonna be there. And with it being set in a prison, I kind of love movies being set in prisons. This sounds like it'll be my cup of tea. They confirmed the cast for the new animated Smurf movie. I think it's still so funny. They try making a new Smurf movie every couple of years. Rihanna is...
Yeah, they got Rihanna. I mean, of course, they had like the big cast. They all do that shit with Smurf. Yeah, they be having the biggest cast, like all the celebrity. like an all-star.
One of the main voices in here, but also Solo Maridueña is thrown in there, Octavia Spencer, Kurt Russell, some nice names. I don't know how excited I am for this. We also got the logo and title for the new SpongeBob movie, titled The SpongeBob Movie Search for SquarePants. It's going to be coming out December 19th, 2025. I know we've gotten a couple of SpongeBob movies over the years, but I'm actually really excited for this one because it is being directed by Derek Drymon. This was a creative who was there in the early days of SpongeBob, meaning the SpongeBob I grew up with, those first 3 seasons. Many old SpongeBob fans might tell you that the show kind of fell off after the first movie came out, and then the show was for the new generation. This to me means this SpongeBob is gonna be my SpongeBob. He's gonna be the jokey boy I remember. Other than that, all we know is that the movie's gonna follow SpongeBob where he travels through the depths of the ocean to come face to face with the Flying Dutchman. Then they talked a little bit about the Avatar and the Last Bender.
Yeah, I'm like, how many avatars y'all gonna make, man? Like that. I've got a new avatar coming out.
Animated movie that's being worked on. The title of the first movie in this planned trilogy is Aang, The Last Airbender. They revealed the voice actor who will be Aang for these movies, and they also said Dave Bautista will be voicing the villain.
I'm your overly competitive.
Yeah, Dave Bautista on everything. Like he on every move in there. Like he getting that check though, man. He get that bad though.
Your brother.
Get that bad though, David.
I'm ready for a rematch.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
About to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Cracked windshield? Make it easy and schedule with SafeLight, because you can track us and see exactly when we'll be there.
I have a few more minutes. Let's go.
Schedule free mobile service now at safelight.com.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
So that should be exciting for Avatar and The Last Airbender fans. But now on to the biggest small announcements I want to take my time talking about. Starting off with them rebooting the Scary Movie franchise. It got announced that Paramount and Miramax will be teaming up to reboot Scary Movie. The movie is being produced by Neil H. Mortz, who actually does the Fast and Furious franchise and the Sonic movies. They're going to be going into production in this movie at the end of 2024, hoping to release it in the year 2025. Oh man, I have been dying for the return of parody movies. I grew up on those Scary Movie films and I had a lot of fun with them. I think those first 3 are really enjoyable entries, but as parody movies continued on, they became messy, unfunny, just flat out crappy movies. I'm really hoping they in a weird way take this seriously and they actually want to put a clever spin on some of our favorite horror movies. I really hope they don't include any pop culture references like making fun of the Kardashians or Paris Hilton. There was a scene in Meet the Spartans where they made fun of Britney Spears. Stuff like that really dated the parody movies and just made them not funny. Focus on making fun of the actual horror movies, and even that itself, which horror movies from recent years are they gonna choose? I gotta think there'll be 1 or 2 Jordan Peele movies in there like Get Out, but there have been
yeah, Get Out. I know Get Out gonna be in that shit.
They gonna choose. I gotta think there'll be 1 or 2 Jordan Peele movies in there like Get Out, but there have been so many other popular horror movies from like the A24 movies that are coming out now. Hereditary, Midsommar. Will things like Five Nights at Freddy's and Megan also be made fun of? Like, I think the potential is there and I hope it works out. Nothing will ever top these 4 cast members that were included in those original movies, and I think that's gonna be another thing, is who do they cast to be the new lead? Anna Faris was golden in those movies, and the Wayne brothers definitely left their stamp on the franchise, so I don't know, but I am looking forward to it and I can't believe I'm getting it next year. The next other kind of small announcements before they went on to more things on this panel is they confirmed we are getting our first rated R Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, and it's gonna be live action. This was announced right before the CinemaCon panel, but then they also
last round, that's gonna be, well, it should be 5 though. It should be 5.
Confirmed it during the panel. Walter Hamada, who previously worked on the Conjuring universe and the old DC universe, is going to be working on the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. It's going to be adapting the Last Ronin comic, which of course has just become one of the most famous stories in the TMNT series, where it follows one of the last surviving brothers of the 4 in a dystopian future trying to avenge the death of his fallen brothers. I remember picking up the comic as it was coming out. I really love the story. It is brutal and bloody, and I always said here on the channel, Nickelodeon is never going to adapt that story in animated or live action form. It's rated R. Nickelodeon is not going to want to do an R-rated movie. I was wrong, and I'm so happy to be wrong. Like, seriously, I knew we were getting the video game, and that is still happening. It takes time to make video games, guys, so we're probably not going to see that game for another year or 2 years. But to know that they're actually making a freaking live-action, rated R, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. Say that out loud and think about it. Rated R Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I never thought I'd live to see the day. In the article, they also mentioned it is going to be written by Tyler Burton Smith, who also wrote the 2019 Child's Play remake. You guys know I actually am an enjoyer of that film, and I thought he did do a good job with that. So this only excites me more for this movie. I have high hopes for this thing. I have no idea what it's going to look like. Whether they're going to make The Last Ronin all CGI, kind of like the Michael Bay Turtles, or will they go with the Jim Henson Corporation and bring back live action suits? Part of me would not mind them bringing back the 90s suits. You're obviously making this for an adult audience. A lot of the adults grew up on those 90s turtles. And since it's rated R, you know it's going to be unfortunately a little low budget. They're not going to spend the money that they usually do on a lot of these turtle films. That might be the way to go, but either way, I'm just happy you're giving me this movie. Thank you. That was probably my favorite announcement of this entire CinemaCon week. But now moving on to some of these clips that they showed off for a couple of their movies. Starting off, attendees were shown a 5-minute clip from the movie
The father, a spy. The mother.
Transformers 1. This is the animated Transformers film that's going to work as an origin story showing the friendship between Optimus Prime and Megatron. A description of the Transformers 1 footage goes as CinemaCon 2024 got to see the very first trailer for the new
so y'all see the trailer, okay.
The story
so we gotta wait till when? We gotta wait a couple months.
A young Optimus Prime, still known as Orion Pax, and his brother-like relationship with a young Megatron known as D16. The two robots do handiwork together in the underground world of Cybertron, but their friendship grows shaky when Megatron wants to rebel and find out why no robots are allowed on the surface of Cybertron. Optimus decides to join him on the quest because he can't help but support his best friend, even if it may not be the best idea. The two decide to embark on a journey together to unravel the secrets of Cybertron, a journey that will eventually make them rivals. Now, that description was actually for a clip that they showed them. They also showed them a trailer that's more of a montage of the entire movie, and there were a couple of mixed reactions. Here's one of the descriptions. Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh, mixed reaction. Oh shit.
Realized that the Transformers 1 was more of a family comedy. It's an origin story of the main Transformers characters, and the tone is light, goofy, comedic, and family friendly. Keegan-Michael Key voices Bumblebee and gets a lot of laugh lines, but this feels more like Minions than Transformers. Interesting. Prepare for a family adventure.
I mean, I kind of figured that though.
I saw a lot of people say that the movie is a little bit more
so they ain't like serious type shit.
goofier and comedic than they were expecting. I don't know if people were just hoping this Transformers 1 movie was going to be like the Into the Spider-Verse of the Transformers universe and take this origin story of Megatron and Optimus so seriously, but it looks like it has a tone similar to like the Minions movie. It's just a little bit more goofy and family friendly orientated. I just actually want to see what the animation looks like because I saw a lot of people mention that they love
So it's animation. Okay, so it's anime.
Of the way the world looked. So that's really nice. From there we moved on to Sonic.
You guys got a trailer look though.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Attendees there were shown clips and a small trailer of the movie.
Yeah, hey there, y'all got a lot. Man, I got a lot on Sonic 3.
No voice casting reveal for Shadow. I really thought this is when they were going to do it, but it didn't happen. A nice detailed description of the Sonic 3 footage goes as CinemaCon 2024 got a very brief look at Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The brief teaser showed Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik in his lab, but he's gained weight and has left the place go to the dumps with it being full of junk. He's let his hair go crazy and now has a noticeable belly. Robotnik jokingly says that he's been binging carbohydrates. His assistant, Agent Stone, comes in and says, "We found him." Stone presents Robotnik with one of Sonic's blue electric quills, and as he's done before, Robotnik licks it and tweaks out. He yells, "Let's do it," to Stone's face, which cuts to a montage of Robotnik getting his hair cut by Stone and getting a fresh look with his game-accurate mustache, bald head, and deprived-looking eyes. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 footage then cuts to Robotnik and an entire gang of henchmen all armed with lasers, guns, walking up to Shadow the Hedgehog
Shadow.
in a cryo tube. Shadow opens his eyes, which are brushing with red electric energy. We then cut to Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles facing off against Shadow in the middle of a huge city street. Shadow is noticeably dead silent, as it's still not revealed who the voice actor is. The real
So he didn't say shit. Okay.
money shot of the footage is Shadow the Hedgehog riding a motorcycle in the sky, then using it to bounce himself towards Sonic, who is flying upwards at him at full speed. We see Sonic's bright blue power clash with Shadow's bright red energy in the night sky, looking like it's straight out of an anime. Oh my god.
Yeah, they show a lot. They show a lot of shit for Sonic. But only they can see it though. We gotta wait a little bit. Wait, let it come up.
That sounds insanely epic on so many levels. I'm kind of surprised that they're going to be doing the whole thing of Robotnik and Shadow teaming up again. But I also love that they're going to give Jim Carrey his full-on fat suit and transform him into Eggman after all these years. This will probably be the last Jim Carrey movie too, but I'm here for it. And just the description of those fight scenes and saying it's right out of an anime. They mentioned Shadow's motorcycle up in the sky. They're bringing in his motorcycle. Dude, this footage is awesome. I cannot wait to actually see it. Then audiences were given their first look and glimpse to Smile 2. This is the sequel from the horror movie Smile. I knew I was already looking forward to this movie, but the small little footage they showed and the premise they're going with this time around does seem fun. One person said here, next was a look at Smile 2, coming out in October. The main character is a Lady Gaga-esque pop singer who gets confronted by the smiling zombies in her audience. Backstage and all around a major concert venue. It looks claustrophobic, clever, and scary. So I saw people describing that it was going to be about this singer who gets the smile curse and ends up passing it on to her fans in the concert. Remember, that's the rule with the smile person, is once you off yourself in front of somebody, you pass on the smile curse. And so far in the first movie, we only saw it passed on person to person. What happens when you pass that on to an entire concert? That could be exciting. And then they ended off their night with some footage for Gladiator 2. And look, I know I'm your movie guy, and it's impossible to see every movie that's ever existed. And unfortunately, the first Gladiator is one of those movies I just have no memory of. I'm pretty sure I did see it as a kid because I think it's a movie my dad really likes, but I have very little memory of it. After hearing this description, I am watching that first Gladiator movie immediately. One person said here, Gladiator 2, the film's massive budget is on full display. Ridley Scott is in top form, and Denzel is looking to steal the movie. Gladiators riding rhinos, water coliseums filled with sharks. Paul Mescal is going toe-to-toe with huge baboons. Epic doesn't even cover it. I did not know Gladiator 2 was essentially a shark movie. They're gonna fill that coliseum with water and throw sharks in there and have the gladiators fight? $1 billion. $1 billion right there. That sounds like an epic, insane way to go. And we were hearing this movie kind of ballooned its budget and got way more expensive than they were expecting. And with the sound,
they said big budget.
that it looks like hopefully they'll be able to recover some of that money, because that sounds like an awesome movie. Anyways, guys, that is the Paramount panel. So much stuff revealed, so much to discuss. I need you to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Tell me what was your favorite part. Thank you guys so much for taking out the coverage, and be back for the Disney panel. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.
There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff from Paramount. But anyway, man, like it up, man. Somebody chime in. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. Let me know, y'all, man. Hit the bell. Let me know what y'all think. On the Paramount panel. On CinemaCon, let me know. And yeah. Peace.